So I suggest you get up out of my way.
Praying that you call me out. Because if you do,
we welcome you to Monday Night Raw, live from the TD Garden in Boston. WWE. Roman Reigns.
Than to knock the other off the top of the mountain.
Well, here's the thing. Both of the very mountain. We've only got to wait 6 days, or maybe we've only got to wait a couple of months.
We're going to find out on Sunday.
If you ask Bobby Lashley, he's going to be the man that brings down
Reigns.
You know, we've talked about these two personal. It's gone beyond even being personal.
Sunday on the WWE Network.
After this week, I've literally never had anybody stare me in the face and say, go out there and call me and do.
It's what Lashley asked for. He was begging Reigns to...
Lashley's always ready for a fight.
I'm just like the big dog. I'm anxious to find out what...
Here comes Lashley.
And he wished for. Lashley asked to be called out. The big dog obviously in a fight. The precipice of watching this entire issue explode here in Boston.
The Reigns. Neither man has taken the eyes off the other.
To one another.
Tension-filled moment.
Whoa, hold up. It's not gonna happen tonight. Save it for this Sunday.
Lashley will not heed. Lashley unloading on Roman Reigns, general manager. And you can't blame Kurt Angle, guys. He doesn't want to see it.
You're intent on destroying one another.
They're trying to separate these two huge men.
Momentary order restored.
It's personal. It's inevitable that it's going to get this serious.
Lashley has the upper hand momentarily. Attacking Corbin for it.
Well, they've had an issue, the Constable and Balor, but nonetheless, this is about...
Well, we saw it, and the entire Raw locker room is now seeing it.
Got another...
Manager Kurt Angle and Reigns and Lashley still trying to tear at one another.
Like two potentially hurt each other here tonight.
Get in the middle and separate them again.
See, who is the better man, period.
Now, Corey, they've gone after resumes. They've gone after each other.
Knocked down, driven to the floor by Lashley.
Lashley just flat.
Is the big dog, and he's not backing down. He's fighting back.
But to your point, Michael, want to be the top dog at the top of the mountain. Be the
Lashley and Reigns separated.
A chaotic start to Monday Night Raw. Reigns still...
Call me out. He said, don't call me out.
This was bound to happen, Coach. These two massive egos finally blowing up here tonight. Oh! And takes out a sea of superstars.
Well, for this moment, in this spot, in this city,
But Bobby Roode, Finn Balor trying to calm Roman down. These two go to prove their supremacy to one another.
Well, guys, the bottom line is a gift. Reigns and Lashley go one-on-one on the WWE Network in pit.
Flat out just better than you are, period.
Wait. Uh-oh,
ramp.
This should go
Lashley
all night.
Continues. Did you see the look in Roman Reigns' eyes as he sprinted down the room?
Needs to be contained. It's almost like he's let all of the...
You mentioned the last few months, Coach, and it finally exploded here tonight, and it's going to go to another...
Boy, that was insane.
Roman did, and this is what happened. Unbelievable, spectacular.
To keep Leshley and Reigns from destroying one another, but neither man would relent.
We meet Sunday at Extreme Rules, but coach, this was a flat-out fight tonight.
Oh, all the athleticism.
Hello, I am. Now, it feels like a lifetime, but there is nothing I do without. I have been in the studio recording my debut album. And it is because of one universal truth, and that is that. You both have the personality, upstand this place. An accent, I wanna punch your face. You're not one to like them. But I can't, for all that I am, and in fact, I think Kurt Angle could learn a thing or two from Baron Corbin.
I'll tell you, that was incredible earlier today.
The Constable Baron Corbin.
In his life ahead of him.
Never been more confident than he is right now, and I think for good reason.
Now, Elias.
I would love if you tried.
Yeah.
I would love, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I plan on putting, this Boston accent's garbage.
Yeah, right. Nah.
Balor Club has come to Boston.
Ireland, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, Constable Corbin,
I was hanging out with the Finn Balor. It's tweets like that Finn felt he's entitled to something here in WWE.
His tag team partner, weighing 235 pounds, the Glorious Bobby.
I was friends with him before
unbiased journalist.
he was appointed. Before he was appointed to his position.
Unbiased or a journalist.
Oh, listen, Coach, I'm gonna be honest with you. I spent most of last night campaigning to
Constable Baron Corbin teaming with Elias against Glorious Bobby. Taking it to Bobby Roode. Corbin teaming with Elias tonight against Roode, and Finn Balor third to Corbin. And Roode will make the tag, or try to make it into the chin lock. Sunday at Extreme Rules in the WWE.
Potentially a match that could be right at the top as far as stealing.
Or like a Finn Balor or a Bobby Roode, who sure has accomplished a lot around the globe, but it doesn't.
Russian leg sweep. Roode floats into the cover, hooks the leg on Elias in a kick out. Corbin, man, to be Stephanie's eyes and ears, to sort of offer some checks and balances to general manager.
Sometimes people can't handle the power and the bright lights and the attention.
Right section looking for the glorious DDT. Corbin, though, provides the interference.
And it could be too late. For Bobby Roode, it was.
Now Constable Corbin. Corbin now in control of Bobby Roode.
Because you couldn't handle the role.
If I'd been here for the past 10 years.
Being forced to team together, both men wanting to be the man. Bobby Lashley's had it.
As always, WWE Network is free for news.
Between Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, you're going to want to stay tuned. We'll revisit that in just a little bit.
Nothing better than when a rivalry gets personal. And I think we're seeing the same thing with Constable Baron.
He's so much bigger than Finn that Finn doesn't belong in the ring with Constable Corbin.
The issue for Finn Balor is going to be hard to overcome on Sunday. Not only is Corbin big, but he's also...
And Finn Balor, let's not forget what he's accomplished. Former first ever. And Finn Balor. And
oh my God.
Elias taking control, and Corbin and Elias working. We're back live on Monday Night Raw for the commercial break. The distraction by Corbin, and watch how Elias took control here. We'll meet at Extreme Rules on the WWE Network. Uppercut, cover, hook of the leg.
To figure out something on Sunday to overtake this.
What this is right now is a golden opportunity.
Now the ultra-aggressive Elias.
I think some are in the same book, but they're doing a really nice job together tonight.
I think Elias also really weak from a management standpoint. Couple of forearms by Finn. Opportunity to make a tag.
All right, Elias is out. Now Finn's got to get to his corner.
And now mocking both Roode. Oh, with a sling blade. Now he has another opportunity.
I'm all, because then this can happen.
And Bobby Roode in off the tag. The glorious one with a back elbow to Corbin.
Oh.
Bobby Roode.
All fired up right now.
Oh, up top. Top rope, Corbin back to his feet, hooks both legs, Balor breaks it up. Pass back to the barricade.
This is what Finn's going to need on Sunday.
And Corbin to two.
Almost a big win.
Look at Roode fighting back. Cover. Hands it up to put him away. Elias saving the matchup for his team.
A little awkwardly delivering the blockbuster.
All comes back to Corbin. There they are.
And out two.
Well, you can see it on his face. Finn is sick.
Balor was going for the coup de grace. Oh, into the post. They're going to close in on a victory.
And Bobby Roode is trying to get this crowd to come with him.
Corbin.
From behind once again.
Here are your winners, Elias and
Just a split second, and it cost them, and ultimately, it cost them the matchup.
He goes one-on-one with the Constable. Corbin has one goal.
And now the closing moments of the match.
That's just this momentary distraction. Elias gets...
I know we're not supposed to look too far ahead, but I'm putting this in the back.
Corbin and Elias victorious here tonight live on
17 pounds, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins' final title Sunday at Extreme Rules. So the question is this: will Seth, it's Monday night when we head there for Monday Night Raw.
Well, if Rollins accomplishes his
Wins Drew's Band Sunday. It happens live next. Chip back on Sunday versus Dolph Ziggler. He can increase the odds if he beats Drew Mac
of the Scottish Terminator.
His opponent, accompanied entire.
You know, I know we don't like to, as fans of Seth Rollins, talk about the Ziggler was in an open challenge with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins like the Intercontinental title. Cannot benefit him come Sunday at Extreme Rules.
I don't agree with anything you're saying, Coach. Only because Sunday for his match with Dolph, because we've seen what Drew has done in the past. He's the reason.
What I'm talking about. You don't think Drew McIntyre can soften up Seth Rollins tonight?
Give Kurt Angle.
Nonetheless, let's talk real briefly as we get set on social media to discuss things that have Dolph Ziggler. What that means is the man to get the most falls in those 30 minutes becomes Intercontinental Champion. Could figure himself into some of those decisions on Ziggler's behalf.
Well, I guarantee you Seth Rollins knows.
Yeah, there is no question that the...
I dare you!
Air Scotland.
Talk about getting inside your opponent's head. McIntyre just manhandled Rollins.
Come Sunday, if Drew McIntyre is not at ringside, it will allow Seth Rollins to have a meeting with you guys.
Now Seth Rollins measuring his man.
Stick and move. This might be the strategy that Rollins needs to apply. Oh, headlock. Wow, look at this. This is
headlock takedown and neutralizing Rollins.
You know, these guys call themselves the future.
Dolph Ziggler's got to be enjoying every moment. Seth's tried.
McIntyre warned right on the jaw, but a shoulder tackle by McIntyre.
A picture-perfect dropkick. Oh, look at this. Wow.
Wow.
The power of McIntyre.
I think Drew really wanted to show the entire world, show us, and most importantly, show...
McIntyre talks a lot about his first run here in WWE when he was in WWE, and when he was fired, he realized, I got to work hard. And now he's
Drew McIntyre, then the chosen one. I mean, not only physically, but mentally, emotionally. Named Dolph Ziggler.
And he doesn't need to make friends. Drew doesn't need friends this time around. Drew
McIntyre sends Rollins flying. Cover by Drew again. Hooks the leg on Rollins. And
great seated abdominal stretch now by Drew McIntyre. Burn it down, trying to will Rollins on.
Drew's doing a great job because he knows.
Grounding Rollins. This has been a perfect attack.
He accelerates into a brick wall named McIntyre. Different style this Sunday at Extreme Rules. Almost a polar opposition in styles.
It almost feels like Dolph had a conversation with Drew back. The game plan that Drew McIntyre is playing with right now.
I would bet money you're absolutely right on that.
You want to show the world what you're made of.
Well, he didn't like for a second.
McIntyre sent over.
Well, listen, Seth calls himself the architect for a reason. He knows the mental game as well as the physical.
Continues live on Raw. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw, live tonight in Boston, Massachusetts. Rollins with a victory. Rollins on the WWE Network. But things do not look good for Seth Rollins.
Things look down.
Anything out of the arsenal, and he's put it on Seth Rollins.
Cover again, and a kick out by Rollins.
Seth Rollins, 220-something pounds. I mean, that is no small feat for what McIntyre, back into what he's seeing right now.
Every move Dolph is making, everything he is doing.
Seth Rollins is pretty much the antithesis of what they have a problem with here in WWE. To the fight every single night. That said, McIntyre made it clear.
Your point, Corey, is the fact that Rollins is not going to stand idly by. He's going to work hard to get his chance.
Everything is like a pyramid. The higher you go, the less opportunities that there are, and they can respect Seth Rollins.
They do that very well, no doubt about it. And again, the
reason why Dolph retains this coming Sunday is he just continues to punish Seth Rollins
here and make sure that McIntyre's banned Sunday.
Again, it would beat down all night tonight. There's no way he feels great going against Ziggler.
Would you?
Separation, McIntyre trying to fight back now. And look at this. And turnbuckle on this buys Seth some time. Looking to regroup here and climb back into this match.
On the offensive, but to get control.
Do what he does best, pick up the pace. Text Seth Rollins, trying to knock the big Drew McIntyre down.
Sure, McIntyre wasn't thinking about that wicked Claymore kick, and Seth just beat him to the punch that time.
Side dive again, this time it's effective as he knocks Drew down.
Rollins wants to make sure that McIntyre is not a factor this Sunday.
But Drew McIntyre, a Rollins victory ensures McIntyre's banned from ringside for Seth by McIntyre. It has been quite the night here tonight. We kicked off the show with
absolute pandemonium earlier in the night, and what you're seeing right now is why Seth Rollins.
Amazing one final piece of the puzzle. We're going to find out here in a matter of moments if Drew
wear McIntyre down, maybe thinking about a buckle bomb, but the agility is
Buster to McIntyre. Rollins to make sure McIntyre's not at ringside on Sunday. Airman match. It's 30 minutes. Within those 30 minutes, the man who picks up the most fall.
You can see in Seth's eyes, the fire started burning once again. The
clean sweep on Sunday that Rollins won't even pick up a fall.
That's entirely possible.
McIntyre's in, well, he was in place for the stomp. Sidestep Seth. Oh my God. Face first goes Rollins.
Good, survive that.
And now I think we're starting to see it get to Dolph Ziggler just a little bit.
First goes Rollins, and somehow the Kingslayer escaped before the refs counted 3.
They'll burn it down. Chance again. Fill the garden here in Boston. Rollins scoops him up.
I think once again, McIntyre might have been thinking about the
closing kick out, but at this point, to me, Drew McIntyre is a set.
Dolph Ziggler, you see the look on his face. He's realizing what he.
Your back's broken.
And now Drew McIntyre bouncing Rollins.
This
Still
is
not the champ.
This is nuts.
What is
this? Whatever Drew
buys himself critical time here as he tries to regroup against Drew.
I think his left foot is caught.
Oh, he's caught all right. Seth Rollins are going to capitalize before.
It's so innovative.
Wow! Oh my Lord!
How quick was that?
Stop. What can't Drew McIntyre do tonight?
The things he is able to do in the ring.
Rollins caught him. Now Rollins, Falcon Arrow. Is it enough to beat McIntyre?
Himself right now.
I'm getting a kick out of watching Dolph Ziggler and seeing how much this
is a hell of a match. Dolph Ziggler's emotions telling the entire story. His headbutt.
Glasgow kiss.
Cover. Enough to beat him. No, Rollins.
Do to keep Drew McIntyre down for a 3 count.
I'm sure Seth's asking. It was insane.
Learning a lot about
McIntyre.
what the hell is Drew doing?
At this point, whatever he wants.
Well, you got Rollins trying to somehow slide down his back, lands on his feet. Kick to the face. McIntyre maybe down and out.
Quick.
Ziggler on the apron.
Ziggler eats a boot from Rollins.
Yeah, but the distraction did not allow Seth to go for the frog splash. Stop the McIntyre beats Rollins.
Here is your
For Seth's match with Dolph Ziggler, the Iron Man match at Extreme Rules.
Well, see the Claymore, he blew it up.
And here, guys, here's the situation. You just saw how
Great match here tonight, but at the end of the day, Dolph Ziggler may be down on the ground where he is.
it is an Iron Man match Sunday. Most falls within the Dolph Ziggler or Seth Rollins Sunday at